remember Halloween as a child. Do you remember what you were? Or when you went trick or treating and where you'd go trick or treating at? I don't. I know I must have gone because I do have a couple of memories like when we had candy, my mom and dad would have to check it all the time before we could eat any of it. And I remember the costumes being like this plastic mask. Everything was just like this plastic. And remember with the band around the back of the head to hold it on. I don't remember ever dressing up. I don't remember trick or treating. I had to have gone, but as a kid, do you guys remember? Do you have memories and you come up in like deja vu that seems so familiar, but why? I don't know. Or you see something like, oh, I do remember that. Well, I am trying to share as many memories as I can with my kids, my grandkids, and yes, even the future generations that I may never have the pleasure of meeting. And I'm trying to share as much as I can because I don't want my kids to wonder if they went trick or treating. I don't want them to wonder, what they were. I want them to know. So I'm sharing as many memories as I can, and I'm bringing you along with me. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Let me tell you, the memory I'm sharing today started off as a family memory on Halloween that turned into a town memory. So let me share with you. When, God, I think it was around 2016 or so, maybe a little earlier than that. My husband has always loved reading stories about dragons, and we found this dragon. I don't know if you can. Let me show you the picture. This big orange and black one over there. Where's he at? I can't get my finger on the camera to go right. This guy right there, the big one. Two-headed dragon named Cole. Now, we got him because my husband loved him. It was a Halloween decorations. He's 12 foot tall. He's gorgeous. And he lights up, the traditional outside decorations. And when we got it, the kids all loved it. Absolutely loved it. They would come over and play with the dragons. These are my twin grandsons. And they would take pictures with it and that kind of thing. My grandbabies loved it. This is them last year, and they're almost 11. They're going to be 11 next month. And I had pictures all throughout the years of them in their costumes with the dragons. Now we now have 5 dragons because Cole needed a mate, so we got a purple female dragon, and she is we named her Bernice. And then somebody I think my daughter bought us a small dragon that she thought we'd like, and so that gave us the idea that we needed to have a dragon for each one of our kids, so we did that. I am in search now of 3 other dragons, smaller dragons, like 3 foot kind of a thing, because I want my kids' spouses represented out there too. But last year we were thinking that somehow we need to have our grandbabies representative, and we did not want to go and buy, 8 more dragons, and it'd take up the entire front yard and maybe the neighbors too. So what we did is on Easter we went out and bought the plastic eggs. We got them from the Dollar Tree. They were super cheap. We just put them up, and then just recently my granddaughter Lorelai went out and we got some spray paint that we already had downstairs, and she spray painted them to all to look different. So we have 8 eggs and 3 dragons. I still need 3 more to complete the family. But what happens is my kids and grandkids will all come over, and they take family pictures. Like this is my daughter and her 2 boys. And that was last year because her dad is a firefighter and he was at work. And this is all 5 of my grandbabies. I have 8, but 3 of them never get to come over here for trick-or-treating. They're always with their mom or their dad. And they live about an hour or so away. So we don't usually get to see them because most of the time trick-or-treating is during the week. And the parents love taking them. So I don't get to see them on trick-or-treating, but I get pictures. This is a picture of all 5 of my grandbabies. So they come over here. These are the 5 that comes over every Halloween, and they take pictures with them. But then this is my oldest son, and they love Halloween. And they come over, they all get dressed up, and they come over and they trick or treat from my house because I live in an area that's fabulous for trick or treating. And people go to the fire station, and we live about a mile from the fire station. So they go to the fire station and then just come up and around the block to go trick or treating. And we always have a lot of trick or treaters. But from the time we put those dragons up, you see people, like I remember a couple of years ago, there was like little kids on the block. Now they're a little bit bigger, but they're going by, and people will be driving by and they're slowing down. They're taking pictures, and on Halloween, people they come by, and they're always asking if they can take pictures with the dragon. And of course, we're always like, absolutely. So there's people in town, a lot of people every year wait for the dragons to go up. So I always put a Facebook post up. I didn't this year, but I usually put a post, that they're back, come visit the dragons. And so everybody in town, I'm not saying everybody, most people in town, a lot of them in town know and like coming by and seeing the dragons and the kids. I had a lady last year that said that every day she picks her daughter up from school and she has to pass by the dragons so her daughter can see the dragons every day. And I'm sure she's not the only one. So these guys are making a lot of memories for a lot of people. Now the question to you is, are you sharing your memories? Are you sharing those kids' memories? Or your grandbabies, or your nieces, nephews? Are you sharing the memories that you have? If you don't have pictures, I know everybody has to have a piece of paper and a pen. Write it down. Put it in an album. Go to the Dollar Tree and get yourself a thin notebook or something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you put it in. And just start writing these memories down. And then if you find pictures, then put them in there. If you don't, fine. Don't put pictures with it. Go on the internet and find a picture of what you used to dress up as a kid. Like say if you used to go as, what's some of them? Like if you used to go as a ghost or something, then find something dressed up like a ghost similar to what you remember doing, and copy a picture of it, put it in your thing. It's not bad to take a picture. You cannot sell something like that if you find a picture online, unless it's free. But you can just make a copy of it, take a picture of it or something, so that you can see, this is what I used to be. And so when it is 2050, they'll look back and like, my gosh, you guys used to dress like what? Because every generation does it. We think we're just all that, and then future generations like, what did you do that for? So share the memories. You don't want to be like deja vu, like some reason that sounds familiar in any situation, or something triggering a memory, and that you don't get to share it because you're like, oh, when I see those grandbabies again, I have to tell them. And then you forget, there's something I was going to tell you, but what was it? We're all been there. We're all doing that every day. So stick around, guys. Get those memories shared. And the next memory I'm going to be sharing and showing you is what the grandbabies did when their grandfather in the backyard stood at attention and started saluting. I'll talk to you guys later. Share those memories.